afternoon, boys and girls, and welcome into a live edition of the Dream Wager. Today's Wednesday, September 15th, 2021. I am your host, Dylan, and alongside me, my partner in crime, Elvis. How are you, sir?
Pretty good. A little hot today.
A little hot today.
Other than that,
Can't complain.
can't complain. It's all right.
And joining us, our third member of the crew from the beautiful state of South Carolina, the legend, Joey D. How are you, sir?
Doing well, just trying to battle the elements a little. It's like we got a downpour going on, and you guys are battling a little heat. So a little
I think
switch
we
of the
need a
elements.
little of that today.
Just a tad.
Yeah,
It's great to have you guys in on a Wednesday. We'll talk about the roller coaster of a finish in Vegas we had on Monday night, and we'll break down tomorrow's NFC matchup between the Giants on the road taking on the football team. But boys, week one in the NFL, dogs go 12-4 ATS and 9-7 outright. They weren't just barking, they were howling. Most wins by underdogs in the first week of a season since 1983. The books definitely got the best of the public week one. Another outright dog win in Vegas. Elvis, what did you make of the Raiders' emotional win on Monday?
I'll be honest, it was kind of tough. I feel like the Ravens choked it away, but the Raiders, they were in the game. They came back.
Yeah.
They showed that, they're a pretty good team. John Gruden almost messed it up in overtime, but I would like to give credit to Derek Carr. He had a great game. First half was shaky. Baltimore defense was still strong without Marcus Peters. But that choking at the end by the Ravens, Lamar got to take care of the ball more.
That's just fumbles.
That was just horrendous. I understand, you're trying to make something happen, but Lamar, you got to be more responsible with the ball. I thought Mark Andrews fumbled in the previous play when he caught the first down. I thought that was a fumble, but they ruled it incompletion. But overall, Derek Carr was impressive. I don't like the fact that Darren Waller had 19 targets. I think that was a little too rich for him.
That's his favorite target, though.
Yeah, but still 19, that's only going to lead to an injury or something, man. That's too many targets. I understand it was week one, but you got to get other people in rhythm.
Henry Ruggs didn't have that many targets.
He didn't, but he ended up going over. That was
nice.
The over-under.
It was a small over. Like, the number was small.
Yeah.
But, Joe, the under was looking live until the fourth quarter.
27
I
points.
told you about that fourth quarter now.
You did call it. Joey had fourth quarter, I think, over 14 points, which was ballsy.
I knew it would be back and forth, man.
Bro, 27 points in the fourth quarter. I think it was only 38 points scored through three.
Yeah.
The under was live.
It was looking good for three quarters.
Looking great. Lamar was a little shaky all second half. Raiders looked like they couldn't really move the ball all game. But fourth quarter came, Derek Carr just said.
Joe, another great call by you. Hunter Renfrow.
How about that?
Joey. Renfrow had a game. I did not expect that.
He's a good slot receiver.
He's probably one of his favorite targets. They say he runs one of the best routes. He just sits on a route and sits there. A lot of people run past it, and sometimes Carr wants you to just sit there. So I thought it was an interesting game. I think the Ravens, they started out strong, 14-0 lead. They put up a couple nice drives. Like you said, Raiders started out sluggish, but Carr, like you said, I was critical of Carr in the first half,
which was not wrong by it because he did have a shaky first half, a lot of incompletion.
But he's a solid fourth quarter quarterback. He actually is. If you look at his record and what the statistics he puts up in the fourth quarter, he's great.
They're saying during the game he's the best quarterback in the 2-minute drill since he came to the league. He has the most completions and points scored in the final 2 minutes.
And the one thing I went back and looked, they couldn't get the first down, so they kicked it. They had 36 seconds left or 34 seconds left on the clock. Why'd you kick the ball out of balance? Why didn't you kick it high and up at
squib it up?
Or squib it, get some time off. You know what I mean? I just didn't and another thing I watched back, Max Crosby
was a problem.
He was dominating Villanueva. I don't understand why they didn't make an adjustment or a switch.
Or double him.
Or double him. The Ravens they lacked that, and Max Crosby got pressure all night. Ooh. So I also another good game for Hollywood Brown. Had a great game for the Ravens.
But Lamar's his prop didn't hit, man. I really was thinking that he would get over the 1.5.
There's a reason why it was a 1.5.
Me too. For some reason, I guess he just wanted to run the ball more. He was trying to be the difference maker, but while he was running, he was very careless with the ball. The defenders, you see that they're gonna start swiping, trying to punch the ball out, and that's what they did twice.
But Elvis, right besides Mark Andrews, like Hollywood Brown might be Lamar's favorite target.
Hollywood Brown, Sammy Watkins had a surprisingly good
great
game.
catch over the shoulder.
He had a good game himself. But Mark Andrews is definitely his favorite target. Marquise Brown, he showed his talent. He has the potential to be a great receiver. It's just, could Lamar be more accurate? Could Lamar get more accurate downfield?
I don't understand.
I would love to see.
I saw that weird statistic. I don't know if you guys saw that already. Jalen Hurts. I think Elvis, you sent it over to us. Give the statistic. What was it exactly?
I think Jalen Hurts has 5 career starts, and he already has more 300-yard passing games than
Lamar.
Wow, already.
That's impressive.
Lamar only has 1 in his career.
I think that speaks more to Jalen Hurts a little bit there.
Yeah, but it also speaks to Lamar that he's not what everybody wants him to be. He's a dual threat that could win you ball games, and he's gonna throw for a small percentage of yards, but he's not gonna go over 300 yards and 100 rushing. That's not his game. So I can't expect Lamar to do what Tom Brady, even Derek Carr, Dak, Patrick Mahomes is doing, because he's not that. He's not even Michael Vick. Michael Vick used to throw for 300.
Yeah,
all day on you. Lamar's not that. He's a dual threat that could win games. And so I just got to play to what's best for him.
He fits the Ravens franchise very well, though, because that's what they rely on. They got the special teams. They always have stout defenses, and it always kind of revolve offense around the run game. So it fits his mold perfectly.
And that's what I was saying. When you kick it off in the last 30 seconds, you have a good special team. You have a special team head coach. You're going to go down there and pin them. So you take another 10, 15 seconds off the clock, whatever it is. Then you leave them with 20, 19.
But did anybody expect Derek Carr to do that in the last 34 seconds of the game?
I don't know. Brian Edwards just came in the game and took over.
Yeah, he took over. But it was impressive overall. I think the fact that the Raiders showed that they could still hang with the
Raiders.
Nobody had the Raiders winning this game at halftime.
No,
nobody. We thought the Ravens was going to come out in the second half and just pull away.
It would have been big plus money.
In the second half, they just looked very sluggish. They looked tired.
And talking about Crosby as well. Remember, Dylan, this team has no running backs. So, Latavius Murray just got there Thursday. Williams just got there Thursday or Friday.
Bell is a shell of himself.
Yeah, they were missing, blocks. Really, they were missing a lot of key blocks.
Yeah.
Even on the fumble, Crosby just missed Crosby completely. 94 hit it out.
Yeah.
So, I think through time, the running backs will become better at picking up blocks, and that will help Lamar in the future. But, hey, you got it. Ravens, you blew that one.
Yeah, I think Ravens blew it. They definitely were the better team.
And in overtime, John Gruden almost blew it because first down, when you got the turnover, I don't know why you didn't just kick the field goal right then and there.
Zay Jones, baby. They won.
I understand Zay Jones. It was a great buck. First down, it was a run left. Second down, delay a game because you was going to go kick it.
Yeah.
And you thought you was let me run and play. Now let's go kick it. Delay a game. So now you got to run the play again to get back those 5 yards. And somebody needs to stop all out blitzing, zero blitzing Derek Carr, because it's the second game winner I saw when somebody zero blitz.
That's true.
People got to stop doing that.
Well, thank you, boys. Quick lean for Sunday. I think Steelers are going to dominate the Raiders coming off this emotional win.
Yeah.
I'm traveling east.
Raiders should have lost that game twice.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I mean,
they won it twice, but they should have lost twice.
It's an emotional week. Traveling east against the best defense.
Kind of a short week.
Short week, exactly. Steelers are and they went into Orchard Park and won. So I think they're going to be able to take care of the Raiders. That's just my quick little lean.
I would lean that too.
But Joey, great job on Monday night. You went 3-1 overall, right. And now your record is 9-10-1. Elvis and I both went 0-1 in our plays. Elvis is now 3-7. I'm 3-3. It's okay though.
Yeah,
only week one.
That's right.
Today's the new day. We're going to turn it around. Let's shift to tomorrow's game. Week 2 in the NFL is getting started with the Giants on the road at the nation's capital, taking on the football team. Washington is minus 3-point favorites. Total set at 40, 41.5 at some places. Giants are 5-1 ATS versus the NFC East in 2020. Heineke's only making his third NFL start. Joe, I'll start with you. How are you targeting tomorrow's game?
Dude, I actually like Heineke. I think he's going to step in and fill the role pretty well. You know, in that playoff game we saw last year against one of the best defenses in the league, and they were rolling on all cylinders. I think he's going to have to take advantage of a weakened Giants defense. I don't think they're that good. It showed in the first game of the season against the Broncos. That was a lock on your part. But, yeah, Giants don't look very good, to be honest. We were high on them. We were kind of high on them.
I was high on them.
Yeah, you were right about the Eagles. I was kind of low on the Eagles in that sense, but it looks like a total role reversal. It looks like they're going to be a better team than the Giants. Giants look like they're going to struggle throughout the year with all the added weapons, with all that. It's the turnover concerns they have with Daniel Jones. And I think even now and then you have Saquon Barkley fumbling the ball too. So it's like, who can you necessarily rely on when you have a weakened offensive line, not that strong of a secondary on the defensive side of the ball? So I think this is Washington's game to lose, and I think this is another game that, I've missed a couple on the unders, but I think this is guaranteed under. Though the 40.5, that what I got it at, is low. That's like only 20 points a team. That's a low number. But on a Thursday night game, coming off a wild Monday night, also coming off a wild Thursday night we had last week, which was high scoring, I think we're going to be in for like a disappointment. Or unless you like old school football and you like defensive matchups, you'll be in for a treat. So, Chase Young, I think he's going to be all over Daniel Jones. Elvis, you're my man. You called that. I think he might even have a forced fumble. Like, he's going to be on top of everything. So, I feel comfortable in taking the football team here. Like, this is their game to lose. And I actually have forgot. Are they in the Meadowlands or are they taking a trip down to Washington?
They're on the road. They're in FedEx Field.
They're in Landover. So, hey, it's Andover, Landover. I keep messing that up. But
I think it's Landover.
Right? That's a hard place to play. That field is not easy for anybody to run on. And hey, it could possibly have some inclement weather. We never know this early in the season. So what I'm doing in my
nice in Washington.
Hey, all right, Thursday night football game. Hopefully get a cool little time. But I'm gonna be taking a two-way parlay and going with straight bets as well. So my official plays are taking Washington minus a 3 at minus 116. Pretty heavy fade. That number might move to 3.5, a little something like that. Or 2.5, we'll see how it goes. But I'm also compounding that, like I said, with the under 40.5 at minus 109. So I'm taking those straight bets. And then when you go ahead and parlay it in a two-way parlay, you'll be getting odds of plus 257. So I'm pretty comfortable in what I'm deciding there.
I like it. I'm on the same boat as you. I got it at 41, just the hook.
Nice.
I'm going back to old reliable, going under 41 points in this matchup. Two great defenses, and I don't expect either offense to light it up. The Giants have solid weapons, but they got a turnover machine in Daniel Jones. Saquon is on a carry count, so I expect him to have another 10, 12 carries tomorrow night. And what are we going to see from this Giants O-line? They're going to have their hands full with Washington's pass rush. Could be a long night for the Giants offense. But what worries me is that Daniel Jones turns the ball over, which boils well for the over. They get good field position. They just drive it in. So I don't know. Hopefully we don't see a lot of turnovers from Jones tomorrow night. Hopefully he can mitigate that. But as for the football team, Heineke's only making his third NFL start. Ron Rivera might be a little conservative with him like he was when he came in on Sunday versus the Chargers. Heinicke is definitely capable, but in different ways, I think, than Fitzmagic. He's more mobile. He can extend plays and drives like we saw from him last year in the playoff game against the Bucs. He actually looked pretty good.
Yeah.
If he doesn't turn the ball over and make foolish decisions, I would also lean with Washington minus the 3, but I wouldn't do 3.5 because that extra hook could kill you. So anything with a field goal, I would lay with them. Right. But my play is the total, and I know it's a low total, but for good reason. The under has cashed in the Giants' last 9 games and is 10-1 in Washington's last 11 games on grass. New York is 13-3-1 to the under since the start of last season. That's the highest percentage in the NFL.
How about that?
I expect the trends to continue. Dive in under 41. That's my play.
Hey, I'm glad you said that. I wanted to put a little lean. I think, I don't know the odds or anything, but what you were saying about Heinicke, maybe want to look at a rushing touchdown with him.
Ooh.
That'll hurt the over.
Chill. My bad, Elvis.
I agree with everything you guys saying. Daniel Jones, turnover machine, he worries me a little bit. I know I was high on the Giants at the start of the season, but after week 1, I already lost it. I already lost faith. Daniel Jones, you're a bust. You're a bum. Peyton Manning, Eli Manning should never be general managers. Should never look at talent. Should never scout. Should never do nothing but talk about games.
Monday Night Football.
Monday Night Football. With that being said, my official play for Thursday night will be Antonio Gibson to rush over 65.5 rushing yards.
Wow.
With Fitzmagic being hurt and being a short week, I just feel like Ron Rivera will focus on running the ball with Tyler Heinicke at the helm. I just feel like it's going to be two good defenses and that the Giants will let up a lot of rushing yards. Last week, they gave up 165 to the Broncos, led by Melvin Gordon with 101 and a touchdown. I just feel like Gibson's a little more talented than Melvin Gordon this day and age. You know, today, 2 years, 3 years ago, maybe not, but on this week coming up tomorrow night, I think Gibson is more talented than Melvin Gordon. So if Melvin Gordon was able to turn apart for only 11 carries at 101 and a touchdown, I think Gibson will be able to go over 65 easily.
Yeah. Wow. And I think their defense has a little weakness, especially at linebacker for the Giants. So
I like that analysis. You know what he kind of reminds me of? Remember Alfred Morris was running the ball for
Alfred Morris was going 1,000-yard seasons.
And then he went to the Cowboys and he was rushing over there.
That's right.
The Cowboys always had.
So they can make a little, resurgence of that kind of look with Antonio Gibson. So I like that. That's very smart.
Yeah. Well, thank you for that, boys. Hope we got to turn it around, you and me, Elvis. Joey's doing good.
Joey's doing good.
But you and I, we need a big game tomorrow. Hopefully this under, and hopefully he hits it in the first half, so you don't have no worries.
Hopefully he just busts 80 yards. I don't even have to worry about that. And I'll go home right after the first.
You're happy, man.
Thank you for that, boys. Joe, I have a couple plays on for baseball, but they're going to be on my action app. If you guys want something to bet on today and can't wait for tomorrow, you guys can make sure you guys follow all of our action apps. Joe, I don't know if you have any on yours for.
No, I might post something up because I actually was looking at your Red Sox, Elvis, and I know they're taking a trip over to the West Coast, but might want to lock them in money line.
Locked them in last night.
That's right.
They won. Good win. Hey, they're fighting for their lives right now.
Fighting, man.
They need it.
Everything. Was
and I need my respectfully right now. Because all year you was like, no, Giants, they're not good. It's a fluke. First team to clinch the playoffs, 95
San
wins.
Francisco.
I never said they weren't good. I never said they weren't good.
I gotta find the audio and then we'll play it back.
I just said the Red Sox was the best team in the league. That's all.
You was hype.
For sure, though. I think the best first half team for sure. They went out the water.
Nah, I'll be honest. The Mets.
And then the worst second half team in the league.
Yeah,
the Mets.
The Mets.
But quick question before we get out of here. I just want to toast the damn Athletics last night. Fucking blowing a 6-point lead, 6-run lead. Blew my man Curtis's ticket. Shout out Curtis. You be tuning in.
How about that?
Blew my 1-0 night. I bet a baseball last night. I was like, you know what?
Let me get a little action.
Let me get a little action. Let me just, because it's been real rough for me lately. Baseball, the whole month of September.
On a 9-day cold streak.
9-day cold streak because of college football and MLB.
You might want to fade yourself.
Yeah, I'm officially done with MLB. If I post MLB pick, I advise you to fade it.
You might fade yourself.
Yeah, I might fade myself, especially with MLB and college football. Might just whatever I think, I'm gonna fade it, and I might go undefeated. Might win a lot of money.
Shout out your guy Salvador Perez, huge 3-run home run to take the lead. He might pass Ohtani for most home runs,
which is crazy because right now isn't it Vlad and Ohtani tied for the lead?
So yeah, 45 each.
That's right.
So I'll go. If I had to pick one, I'll go with Vlad.
He's got that power to sustain.
Let me check real quick before we get out of here.
Yeah, 45, 45, 43.
Wow.
If I'm on point.
Hey, that was neck and neck.
They're talking about Barry Bonds like of all time. I don't give a shit.
Stop playing, Sammy. Mark McGrath. Steroid era.
I'll say they're not that close.
I love it. That's when the ball.
Oh wow, Vlad took the lead. Vlad is 45. Shohei has 44, and Salvatore Perez has 43.
How about that?
You know what that means?
It's coming down to the wire.
Ohtani home run tonight, plus money.
Yep, lock
against
it in.
White Sox. I'm going 0 for 3 because I'm fading. Just kidding. But anything else before we get up out of here, boys?
No, man. I know we're gonna have a special, episode in store for Friday as well, so we'll be right back for them.
Definitely. We got a jam-packed show for you guys on Friday. More picks, hot takes. Please give our social media, Twitter and Instagram a follow at The Dream Wager. You guys can find us on Apple Music, Spotify, Stitcher, wherever you listen to podcasts. Please subscribe, rate, review if you guys have a second. It helps us out tremendously. Be a friend, tell a friend, and best of luck to everyone this week.